All right, so we're going to talk about a couple of, actually all movies, which I like, right? And two that are opening up in wide release and one that's going to be hitting HBO. Let's talk about the movies that people can go to the theaters and see this weekend. And you've seen both of them?
I saw Wrinkle in Time.
Okay, let's talk about that.
So it's Disney's latest family fantasy adventure based on a 1962 novel. A lot of kids read it in school. I didn't when I grew up. This film adaptation, it's directed by Ava DuVernay. She did Selma, the Martin Luther King Jr. movie from 2014. That was really good. This cast is strong. It's Reese Witherspoon, Oprah, Zach Galifianakis, Chris Pine, Mindy Kaling. It's about a girl looking for her father, but story takes a back seat. It's all about the look and the visuals here, but this is a very bizarre film. At times just extremely out there. There are a lot of extreme close-ups, and ultimately this movie works way too hard in order to get simple points across. And I got to say, it's not for young kids. If you're thinking about taking young kids, don't. Even the 10 to 12-year-old demo that this film is probably going after, they might be too creeped out by it, and even older kids and adults might be too creeped out by it to take it seriously.
I'm glad you said that because we were thinking of taking Ryan this weekend, so I'm glad you said that. Thank you.
He said this is not very good. Even if he could handle it,
right.
Sounds like this is not very good. Talk to us about Gringo, Charlize Theron, and a few other people whose names I can't pronounce, and Amanda Seyfried. So why don't you take us into Gringo?
Yeah, Joel Edgerton's in it too, David Oyelowo from Selma, and Charlton Copley. This is an all-star crime dramedy. It's about the business behind a medical marijuana pill. They call it the weed pill. There hasn't been a lot of marketing on this, so it might not make a lot of money. The reviews that have been out so far have not been very positive as well. I know there are a couple other movies. There's a horror film. The Strangers sequel is out. There's an action movie called The Hurricane Heist, but really they both look bad. Not a great weekend to be going to the theater.
All right, so now it's been 11 years since The Sopranos. So the ship has sailed, right? I mean, James Gandolfini, may he rest in peace, is no longer here.
Sad.
Right.
They can never bring people the closure that they may have wanted when that series wrapped. The awkward Journey song at the end, the woman parallel parking, nobody knew what the hell was going on. However, you're telling us about something that is in the works from the producers that could be bringing something Sopranos back to HBO.
Right. It's a movie prequel called The Many Saints of Newark. It's going to be co-written by David Chase, who created the HBO series The Sopranos. So this is a Sopranos movie prequel. They haven't, in the articles that I've read, fully explained whether this film is going to have a theatrical release or just be put on HBO TV. It is going to be produced by New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers, but the ultimate decision, I think, could flip-flop because HBO has been always pretty successful with made-for-TV movies. When they've gone to the big screen, the first Sex and the City movie was a hit, the second one was not, and the Entourage movie from 2015 was a box office bomb. So do they put this out for a theatrical release, hoping that fans of The Sopranos, young and old, come out and see it, or do they just put it out on a Saturday night on HBO TV and premiere it and get big numbers? That's the big question with this, ultimately.
I think my guess would be just so that HBO can compete with, the Netflixes and all the sticks and this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
Their original content is probably more important to them than a wide, theater screening.
The way people are watching movies.
That's my guess, but we'll wait and see what happens. Great stuff as always, Jackson. If people want more from you, how do they do that?
Lights-camera-jackson.com, Twitter at LCJ Reviews. I got plenty of post-Oscar stuff on the website, and on Sunday I'll have my review up of Love, Simon, one of the big movies opening up next weekend, and I'm going to be seeing it early this weekend.
Great job as always.
Thanks, Jackson.
Have a good weekend, and thanks for moving to a special time just for this 1 week. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Change your clocks. Remember, change your clocks Saturday night before you go to bed.
That's right, or else you'll show up with the movie an hour later.
Yeah, I know. That's right.